Oh, there we go. That was a little odd. Alright, turn that down because it was peaking a little bit. Maybe I have to turn up a little bit though. Oh. My PNG. I disconnected my mic earlier today, so I'm having a little troubles with it. Uh, let's... There we go. No? That's odd. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Alrighty, welcome to the stream, everyone. For those watching the recording, welcome. It's funny, I always intro saying that about the recording, and I do record my streams, but I need to start actually posting VODs to, like, a site somewhere. I have a YouTube channel, but, I believe you need to start, posting shorter videos before you can post long, like 2-hour videos on it, so I'll have to do something about that. Maybe I'll put short little Armored Core clips, because I have a lot of Armored Core clips from when I'm just doing ranked and other things of that nature. I should probably start doing that, and then I can start doing this. Dedicated VOD channel never hurts for anyone. Yeah, no. I think the issue, though, is YouTube has this weird policy where if you start a channel, you can't immediately, like, start posting long duration videos that are like hours. They have to be under 15 minutes. So I have to experiment with it. Yeah, because I've actually never posted a thing to YouTube ever before, and I only created a YouTube channel really just to post VODs, but I neglected it because I couldn't post VODs on it. It's like a catch-22 basically. My mic is peaking for some reason, but it sounds really quiet. It might just be the quality of my mic. I don't have a good mic setup at all. It's like this little rinky-dink thing on a little tripod right here. But yeah. If you save the VOD to Twitch, it has a YouTube exporter. Oh, sweet. I should try that. I should. Yeah, I definitely should start doing that. Alrighties. 50-minute chunker included. Nice. Apparently, all you need for video longer than 50 minutes is a verified account. How do you get a verified account on YouTube? Do you, like, email them or something? Or... Scale or no? What do I do? Oh, okay. That's cool. Wait a minute. Oh, nope. Nope. There we go. Sorry, I was messing with OBS just to see some little things I haven't experimented with before. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started while we're talking about this with Heaven is for Real, as we have been playing through that. Why don't I have the launcher on my desktop? I've been playing through it so much I would have expected myself to have that. Oh, that's another game. Verify on the YouTube URL and then verify via text or voice. Does require giving Google your phone number, but you know, I see. Okay. Interesting. Alrighties. Alright. Mine. Add desktop shortcut. There we go. Go ahead and turn down Spotify. Mimi! Hi! It's been so long! Go ahead and turn off Spotify. Welcome to the stream! I haven't seen you in a while. You caught me just in time to play some American time. So yeah, no, I noticed all your streams are like super early in the morning for me, like around like 5 to 7 a.m. and things like that. And I'm like, I don't know if I can get up early for that. But yeah, welcome to the stream. You caught me. I recently finished a playthrough of Heaven Will Be Mine. Oh god. Why are you up at... Oh my god. All of y'all need to go to bed. Anyways, Mimi, you missed a playthrough of mine of Heaven Only Might. It's a lesbian mecha visual novel, essentially. And plausibly diagonally a vampire. Yeah, but vampires even need sleep at some point. Um, yeah. I did my first playthrough with the character known as Saturn, who is an absolute amazing individual who is a gremlin and loves to absolutely sabotage everything in the storyline, and I fucking love them. Um, I am going to try and play through the game again with a different character from a different, so it's a different timeline, Luna-Terra, who I think everyone collectively wants, just absolutely loves, adores them, and you'll see why. They are very cool, collected sniper lady with big giant sniper mech. You didn't get the stream. Oh no! Hi, Amara. Oh no. Our false. Everyone loves Pluto. Everyone loves to hate Luna. I have okay. I wanna know who these people that hate Luna-Terra are because that is not the vibe we got last stream. For or they're very normal girls. So what? Wait. Yeah, okay, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I would say I am very normal about Luna-Terra and totally do not want her to shoot me from, 300 to 400 yards away with the big, fuck off 300 millimeter light sail sniper rifle she has. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean now. Does Saturn really hate Luna-Terra, or did I? Okay, to be fair, it's hard to tell who Saturn hates and wants to flirt with because it might be the same. Okay, yeah. Well, Saturn is objectively good. I, for the new people in the stream, I apologize. We are already devolving to this, and I already turned off Spotify. Hate fuck. Yeah, hate fuck. Yeah. She hates Luna-Terra's bullshit front. She's like seeing Luna-Terra being. Yeah, yeah. All right. Let me actually bring up the game capture real quick because I'm just like it's. For people who haven't like, uh, what do you call it? Seen this game, it sounds like we're just going insane. Alright. Let me turn that on. Game audio, Heaven Will Be Mine. That is also on. How loud is that? Yo, Saturn is a massive brat. Okay, sun is coming up soon. I'm scared of burning ash. I go to you. Okay, go to sleep, Mimi. It was nice seeing you again. Bye. It refers to Saturn and Luna as verse for verse anarchy. Yeah. Yes, drink water, Mimi. All right, let's see if the coffee's. No, you need to sleep, Mimi. Also, I realized my PNG tuber is in the way. I need to shrink them. Get shrunk. Is that shrunk enough? I think it's a little bit more. There we go. Let me just. There we go. Oh, poor Mara. You need Tums or Pepto-Bismol. Pepto-Bismol does wonders for an upset stomach. I've figured out. All right, new game. All right, let's play as Luna-Terra, Royal Foundation ace pilot, fighting for the pilots to join the rest of the humanity back on Earth before it's too late. Good at sniping, espionage, double-crossing, ghosting. Bad at loving herself and everything else. Yep, that is accurate to what we saw through Saturn's eyes. What inning did you end up with? Did I miss it or remember you just shot? I'm not exactly sure because I haven't gotten any of the other endings, but essentially, all the pilots trans their human and became constellations in the night sky. Iapetus got fucking shot in his, like double O ending golden mech. And yeah. And I referred to him as Snail Apetus because he sounded so much like Snail from Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon, which I am definitely going to stream a bit of at some point in the future. Yeah, that was the celestial mechanic. Okay, so alrighty then. Huh. Are there bad endings? Oh no, you missed the ending. Oh right, you did. You had to leave right before the ending. I remember, Meepers. I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. Let me take a swig of hot chocolate. Mm. I like adding a bunch of cinnamon to my coffee and hot chocolate, and it makes everything taste so much better. Yep, I'm getting the VOD channel. I'm gonna get that VOD channel up and running now. Every ending is better. No, that's Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. It feels like the last ending we had was a good ending. They trans their human and became constellations. But the funny thing about endings is they don't kill you. They keep going after the ending. Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, I'm gonna get that VOD channel up soon. Probably, I'm gonna try to do it after stream. Remind me after stream to do it. All right, let's select Luna-Terra. Now that's an introduction. From the Division of Existential Safety, Conflict-Enabled Ship Self-Archetype Model. First flight, July 16th, 1969. Place of manufacture, Sea of Crisis. Earth's moon. Our hope for a throne of the soul. For the Memorial Foundation International Space Program and all of humanity. Until no one is forgotten and all are remembered. Registering pilot. Welcome. Pilot First Class Luna-Terra. Why is it Pilot First Class? Is that like the rank in this game, I guess? Come awake? Yeah. Error. Multiple maintenance issues and critical errors detected. Notice. Launch permissions are locked until addressed. List errors. Maintenance errors. There is a possible sensor failure. Several limbs connections are not registering. No weapons are loaded. Critical errors. Mass alert 1. Healing failure on critical area near core. Possible bleed. Mass 2. Mass alert 2. Tadaclor is residing at levels harmful to pilot. Ready manual firmware update. Running. Upgrades detected. Syncing. Except manually internal mechanism firmware update. First class. Yeah, it could be generation to pilots. That makes sense. Considering, like, Armored Core 6 had its, like, Coral, good lord, hold on. That is loud. Let me turn that down. Let me just turn down the game audio a little bit. Is there audio coming? Hold on, let me check real quick. I can check on my end by just putting in the AirPod. Feels like the audio isn't working. Let me try again. I'm gonna desaturate your lemons. I'll desaturate your lemons. Yeah, it's super faint. Okay, let me turn it up a little bit. That's odd. Should be picking up the audio. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I should probably just... Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna continue. Sorry. We'll troubleshoot this later. Alright. Accepted... There we go. Yeah. Accepted manual internal mechanism firmware update. Switch to ammunition to conceptual mode. Custom sensors loaded. Dynamic limb optimization loaded. 1981.1.7 weapon loadout drivers loaded. Details mass alert 1. I bleed 2. Oh, okay. Nice. Recording derived from the data burned 4-dimensionally into the wound. Suffered by this unit almost 1 year ago. Wound self-generated by force overloading, tearing the core open during sustained conflict in the Mars Ares regression campaign. All critical systems have naturally healed, yet the wound continues to bleed into space. Fuel efficiency lowered, healing speed reduced, and tidal reactor speed cannot be regulated, leading to possibility of overload and increased pilot strain. It is strongly recommended that you seek the assistance of a full maintenance team. A lack of understanding of the full effects of gravitational conflict on the human gestalt means that this computer cannot provide adequate instructions on therapeutic measures. Permanently disable Mass Alert 1. Really? Ignore? Yes. Provide reason. I can handle it. Oh my god. Automatic scan alerts show that this may not be a very good reason. Would you like to provide another? No. Mass Alert 1 disabled. Details. Mass Alert 2. Tyler Reactor has had unauthorized modification that is causing an unstable chain reaction. Notice, this ship is not equipped to handle prolonged operation at this capacity. Increasing short-term output may cause long-term failure. Loss of gravitational stability can cause fracturing and instability in pilot. Permanently disable Mass Alert 2. This Mass Alert cannot be disabled by authorization. Motherfucking key code -- Alert disabled. For record keep purposes, please input the reason. I'm fine. Yep, Lieutenant, it's just, I'm fine. Ship self, Merry Christmas is spacefaring condition. You are cleared to launch. Disable launcher OS, engage catapult. All controls given to pilot. There is a message for you. Cancel. Refused. This message will be automatically played. Europa. Letting you keep this is my gift to you, Luna-Terra. Your favorite and loosest leash. Prove to me you've learned not to choke on it. Okay. The motherfucking key code. Memorial Foundation. Sending orders updated. If it's that urgent, it's too late. If it's not too late, it can wait. Let me enjoy the view of the rings. They're beautiful. Even though they're only so long, you can watch them barely even the sight of the planet's rings because as boring as a blue sky. Merry Christmas sensors render them in every detail, using every sense as perfectly as she always has. You really are getting old, aren't you? Both me and you. I should probably listen to Control and throw you out and get a new one. But that doesn't seem right. You're only supposed to get one body. Even if I haven't been very good to you, I can never throw you out. We're all we've got. The Merry Christmas is the test type model. It was made as a proof of concept. Isn't the first vessel made to grant human locomotion life in space, but is the first to allow for outward expression. Saturn Solid Linux, Lieutenant running fucking DOS. My god. In all kinds of ways. It can do so many things, and they gave it devices for everything, because they hadn't estimated how powerful tidal engines would become, or what sorts of things humans would really want to do in space. It's the first machine meant for conflict, but it's also the last machine that was meant for other things too. A ceremonial tin soldier made to impress. An impossible-to-use machine. Mind machine, or biofeedback interfacing is necessary to give humans control over a second body, but the Merry Christmas is done completely manually. It makes Luna-Terra sort of a genius, and sort of an idiot that she can't do things any other way. I'm having so much fun, it's hard to believe it's going to be over so soon. No, I love it when old things are over. The new things begin. Open the channel. Let's hear those standing orders. Again, why does Automod call it sex words? Oh, hey, you can see Merry Christmas blowjob. Oh my god. Oh my lord. I need to figure out how to disable Automod. Because, like, I'm always, like, slightly worried, like, a bot's just gonna come in here, or some, like, I don't know, troll is gonna come in and, like, spam things, and then Automod's gonna take care of it, but, like, I need to figure out how to disable it. Automod hates you specifically? No, it hates you and Amara specifically. Automod has gotten Amara probably more times than I've streamed. Hot chocolate. Anyways, standing orders. It's January 1st, 1980. In the long and cold war, where humanity united against its nemesis, an existential threat from beyond the stars has been over for a long time. Since the 50s, we've been fighting a war against an existential threat that we cannot understand, cannot perceive, and is powerless against the technology of Earth. That is a pretty stupid sort of war to fight, isn't it, when there's enough of a mess down here to worry about. Humanity is already the undisputed authority of reality, and we have the physics to prove it. It's time to return to Earth, our home, the seat of the universe. Before Earth takes us back in pieces, let's go home with grace. On the first anniversary of the decommissioning of the International Space Program, we, Moral Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety and Agreement with our home planet unanimous decision, declare there is no future for humanity in space. Let's come home. The return resolution, Moral Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety. It's been 1 year since we declared independence from Moral Foundation and the rest of Earth. The Cold War is officially over, and it feels so light, without their gravity weighing us down. How can a tiny handful of colonies, terraformers, and schools hold out against the full authority of Earth? Because that shit doesn't fly past escape velocity. To power the ship cells we made to fight the Cold War, we made tidal resonators to bring the gravity necessary for humans and culture to survive in space. And that gravity is ours now. Enough to make a new world, free from the weight of Earth. If the Moral Foundation wants to kill the future, they'll have to come and take it from us. We're thankful for a great relationship. Yeah, it definitely sounds like an anime. Definitely something shonen. This whole thing is very much a lot of inspiration, I feel like, from Gundam. I think Meepers mentioned that it gets a lot of inspiration from, I think it was like Robot Wars or Battle Tech or something like that. I don't know. Can I pause for a few minutes? I only just started though. Um, you want to message me privately, Amara? Mostly every Gundam. You're gonna figure out the mod panel, but I don't want to break something. Trying to turn off auto mod. I think I can go ahead and turn it off myself. Tweak its sensitivity to certain terms. Let me go check it out. Oh, I have an option just to turn off auto mod. There we go. I'm gonna turn it off. Done. I just went ahead and turned it off. Oh, that was Celestial Mechanics. Oh well, we already saw their declaration, the first thing. Ooh. Here we go. You want me to make it to be honest? Oh my god. Yeah, let me stream manager. Hold on. I think I'm cooking. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and... Nah, I'm gonna continue with it. You can't change the auto mod settings from here, I don't think. Maybe I can change it from OBS. I'll wait until like a break because we're currently only 30 minutes into stream. Emote only mode. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to undo that, Amara. How do I turn that off? Emote only chat. Okay. Alright, you're fast on it. Alright. I think the next break we take, which will be like around 12:15, I think, I'll go ahead and figure out how to mess with Automod a little bit. I might even take a longer break to go see if I can upload anything from Twitch VOD to YouTube. Alright, let's check the mail alerts first. Let me see if the audio is coming through on that end. So, subject just came and get me. Origin, combat communications packet, author is error. Oh, you think you're so cool, don't you? Well, watch your back, because I'm coming for you. Think that number one position is going to last? Not a chance. In fact, why don't we have a little duel about it? If you're not too scared, come meet me in the shadow of Olympia Mons, and I'll make sure that this time you're the one left splattered and helpless and pinned on the side of a mountain, not me, like the last 9 times. Also, would it kill you to, like, stick around for a bit after, you smug jerk? Not that I'm planning on losing. This time I'm gonna beat you. Oh god. Does Luna-Terra have a another rival besides Saturn? Oh god, who's Mars? I don't think we've ever seen Mars yet. Hmm. Cold War Days Report, Luna-Terra, First Generation Pilot Research Declaration, Moral Foundation, Existential Safety. She was unremarkable. I did not remember her at first. We took any of those who wanted badly to live in space and did not fit on Earth. In retrospect, we were asking for a rather unique quality, and it is not just a coincidence that she was there. The pilots had to be young adults, pass a physical, and not care what space might do to their body. It is not so surprising that someone like her would emerge from that pool of people, but the woman you know today has been iterated on since she was an adolescent. Be assured, I saw nothing of promise in her when I first met her. I told her that myself, as I told all the students. I am uninterested in your potential. We are judged by the self we create. I find that encourages brats to not take their specialness so seriously. That was not Luna-Terra's problem. Piece by piece, she creates someone very interesting to be. We gave those children permission, and Luna-Terra was simply unique in her execution. She was never encouraged. She was never punished. We will never find another prodigy like Luna-Terra by looking for tidally sensitive children, because they do not exist. We will not find them pre-made. They must create themselves. Was this not the dream of the Moral Foundation space program? This is just sounding like Armstrong's speech from the ending of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, or at least kind of like his thing, where it's like people have to be self-made, essentially. Yeah, this feels like it was written by Europa. A justification for return. The Moral Foundation, Declaration of Intent, Generation Emissary Halamede. Earth is not the sphere of our home planet. It is not the physical body which is called Terra, the home of life. It is not measured in mass or by its gravity, its position in the universe. Earth is us. We measure Earth by culture. We are the Earth, humanity the particles of its mass, and by our gravity its body is formed. By our diversity and multiplicity, Earth exists. The living miracle of humanity's shared power. Insignificant unless we are joined. This international space program, with representatives all across Earth, represent our commitment to peace, that humanity will never seek again to destroy itself. That humanity has the right to eternal life, invincible bodies, and unrestricted movement in space. As humanity expands beyond this sphere as extensions of the universal human rights of life, culture, and freedom. To protect the growth and sanctity of culture, ensure a future for humanity and the defeat of our enemy. On this day, we inaugurate the International Memorial Foundation Space Program. So, if I'm getting that correct, what just happened, chat? Did Amara ask to basically time out Cyber, and Cyber basically retorted with the "Can God build a stone that can kill him, or can God make a rock big enough that he can't lift?" Okay, so apparently God is not all powerful. God cannot create a stone that can kill him. Fuck all of you. Oh my god. You're gonna find a way to time yourself out? God is on a quest to build a stone they can't lift. No, don't time out Cyber, Amara. Amara, don't bully the chat. Oh my god. Anyways, I think we read through all the messages. Let's go through comms. There's Europa. Pilot first class, don't send me messages. Director of Combat Operations, Memorial Foundation, Exegetical Safety, not your mom. Good lord. So you really have betrayed us, haven't you? I've never betrayed anyone in my entire life. Ha ha. But seriously, whose side are you on right now? It sounds so accusatory to put it like that. You know I'm fine with you being on whoever's side you choose, so I can destroy them and drive you back to me. That may end up being a lot of people. What, you don't think I'm up for it? Don't worry yourself about that part, kid. Okay, what the fuck, Europa? Also, what is going on in chat? I've had someone jokingly time me out a few times, one instance of which was someone going, oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that for that long. How do I untime out? Yeah, you're... No, it's... Why the fuck did she call Luna-Terra kitten? I already actually fucking hate Europa from, like, the way she acts already. But what the fuck is that line? You're not gonna comment on that? Yeah. What about yourself, that part, kitten? If you want me to defect back, you could always just ask. Oh, sweet girl, I'm not interested in you coming back, so you can walk away again. How many times did Halloween file for that? It shouldn't count as tricking her if she knew it was coming if she knew it was coming every time. Oh, stop it. I hate it when you're modest. It's so beneath you. Give her at least the dignity of subtle seduction. I would have. That's not what she wanted. She really ought to think about her reputation more. And what more is there to say about the trail of messes you leave? But my disappointment in you both is total. My adorable failures. What am I to do with you? You should go easy on her. I live to spoil her. Make no mistake that everything she deserves will be visited on you. I wouldn't dream of not letting you have that. You have to know by now how aware I am of what you want and deserve. You're so good to me, Europa. I don't deserve it. When I double-cross you again, be sure to really let me have it. I hope you do. But I take no chances with loyalty. How many Millie hopes you will change? I think it's charming that even you believe that might have some effect on you, but I know much better than you can. I can't say that with a fucking straight face. You're right, though. She should be calling a pup. Oh my god. That's a tired, worn-out dog girl, not a cat girl. No, Europa is Halamede's aunt. Moral Foundation nepotism. Oh god. Yeah. Okay. Funny side note, one of the timeouts was because I was very mean to Hallamede. Good lord. I've noticed that keeps happening where I stream something and then the fandom of said game starts invading my streams. It happened first with Outer Wilds where I just got invaded by Outer Wilds fans. And now I feel like Cybernetics, you know, their first time or with me streaming is just me streaming Heaven is for Real. And now you've mentioned you've watched other streams in the past of Heaven is for Real. I'm just convinced this is how streamers like gain followers, as they just play different games and they just retain the people who like those games. Heaven is for real. Oh, I mean, if giant mech suits that allowed you to express your gender in fucking weird ways, yes, I think heaven would be real. A sad, pathetic, unfuffed punk. I realize what that is a reference to, Cyber. I'm not gonna fucking say it, but I hope that you know that you have now added to my vocabulary. Look at guys, Halmy as a Helmy from Twitter because she showed up to participate in someone's streaming. Oh, I could say so many things. If you know, you know. We're only 40 minutes in, and the entire chat has already disappointed me. You are all a wonderful disappointment to me. I hope you'll understand that. Oh, yeah, yeah. Anyways, I won't let you return no matter how much you beg until you have no choice. When you can't pivot or run or trick your way through, when you can't guess or lie. That's the only way you can change the nature of yours. You are disappointed with having knowledge. Oh my god. Um, Side note, have y'all been able to hear any sound effects in game? Because I feel like it's still not, like, actually streaming the in-game sound. No sound, don't think. Okay. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna delete my game audio thing. And then add another one. Is it application audio, I think? I think it is. It's still in beta is what it says, so. Alright. That's the only way to change your nature of yours. Oh, it works. That's loud. Good lord. I'm gonna turn it down. Oh my god. I saw that Amara. Bop, sheep, burp, 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 burp. Got it. Sound is now present and loud. Correct. I'm gonna turn that down my own ears. I noticed Luna-Terra's, like, sound effects for, like, her comms and stuff are, like, slightly annoying. Where's system? Save game. Let's go ahead and save over this one. Overwrite. There we go. Alright. Mail alerts. Alright, let's do mission select. Retrograde and retrograde. Chasing after the string of pearls, Luna-Terra and Pluto find each other instead. It's been almost a year since they last saw each other, and Luna-Terra has never seen Pluto like this. Are you ready to spin backwards? Retrograde! Yay! Regigigas noises. Oh my god. Yeah. I never played Pokemon and even I know what those sounds are. There's actually a really fascinating thing about Saturn, because this combat is taking place over Saturn, correct? There is this moon system. I forgot what it is, but it's these tiny little asteroids. It's part of the Shepherd moon system, which are really close into the rings. And one is slightly higher orbit than the other, and so what that means, the lower orbit travels faster, and it basically eventually will catch up to the other asteroid because it travels faster. When this happens, though, the gravity, some weird gravitational things happen where they pull on each other, and one slows down, and the other speeds up, basically. And when the one speeds up, they basically switch places, essentially. So the other one changes its orbit, and like it's really fucking weird. I forgot what it's called, but it's a very special kind of orbit system. Anyways, let's go fight Pluto. We'll fight Saturn next. Why is Europa just staring at the screen? Why does she do that? Anyways, what's going on? You've been pestering me with orders, so what's the sudden holdup? Central set to launch immediately. We have to get to the Celestial Mechanics Lab, regardless of whether or not the prototype is already gone. There's valuable information there, but it's worthless if Kratos Graces gets there first. Have some patience, Luna-Terra. The Kratos Graces carrier just launched a completely unknown ship shelf. This can't be right. First thing can't pilot a ship that big. The tidal resonance should tear the pilot apart. Is this... No, it's possible, I hope. I've never seen anything like it, and no, you can't fight it, Luna-Terra. Don't even think about it. Any better ideas? It must be headed for that prototype launched, right? Where else? Because they have to know that it already escaped. Don't underestimate your opponent, Luna-Terra. Scavenging the lab may be useful anyway. We should have gone there, for information if nothing else. Even against an unknown and objectively stronger enemy? What makes you so sure, Luna-Terra? No particular reason. Or a single particular reason? Heh. Still don't trust me? Don't insult your former instructor, Luna-Terra. I knew how much to trust you before you betrayed us to Kratos' Graces. My opinion hasn't changed because we welcomed you back into the fold. My best pilot and worst student. You've never been predictable except in your consistency for trouble, but it's a reliable metric. You're right. You know me. So if you're worried, don't have to let me have so if you're worried, don't have to let me have free reign like this. Since you were a kid, from your earliest academy days, you've never been able to look in my eyes and lie. You only got away with anything by keeping your mouth shut. Very unlike Pluto, the hope of Creel's graces. She could lie right to my face, with a smile, if she thought it was for the best. Okay, I'm just convinced that I'm just Luna-Terra, because, like, I can't lie either, and I just shut my mouth if I can't tell the truth or not, so, yeah. Pluto exceeded the wildest expectations of the pilot program, so much that it was decommissioned in part because of her. If celestial mechanics have successfully built a monster that can withstand her, this engagement will end in disaster. You're also like Pluto in regard, or I thought you were like Saturn. I don't know. I think we had like a long discussion after I played this game. We were trying to decide who we were. I was just like, basically, yeah, I'm just Luna-Terra. I shoot things from distance. Don't know how to do a motion. The motion thing is hard. Does that say that I can lie really well? Yeah. I can't lie. That is much more terrifying than this machine you're so eager to fight. That concerns me far more than you betraying us, or fighting a battle you can't possibly win. I don't think any of you really understood what you were doing. Pluto is unreal. She's far more overwhelming than any of you understood. If that ship is unworthy of Pluto, it's going to be torn apart under the pressure of her, not the other way around. Pluto is the only real human being. No wonder she feels so alien when she looks at us. You want me to let you take an impossibly dangerous mission because you think you can save our enemy? What can I say about that? Maybe she can teach the lesson I can't. God damn. Like waking up underwater to the wet burn of your lungs' desperation for air. Like floating untethered in space, unable to move under your own power. Losing the security of gravity is like being naked in space. Gravity is necessary for human life in space. Gravity is necessary for unrestricted movement in space. Can't have one without the other. The force that binds your existence together, the force to shape foreign bodies, pure agency. Gravity is necessary not just to live in space, but to be human in space. But being human is a little harder for Pluto, so she has to work for it. The tidal force of her spacefaring body, the crew Makala, are as strong as she believes, and as weak as she feels. Crew Makala weekly just sing for the Psycho Gundam. I probably need to see what the Psycho Gundam is. That sounds really cool. And Luna-Terra needs to make sure all the calculations are in order. Everything in her ship operates manually. She just been at it long enough that it feels like a second skin. The jolt of nostalgia interrupts Luna-Terra's mental math. She forgets to carry the one. It interrupts Pluto's focus, and she has a moment where she's not invincible. Close enough to touch the surface of the moon lab, Luna-Terra is seen and known by Pluto, and they are suddenly falling down the well of too late and nothing you can do. I knew it! Groaning, gravitational interference. It's important to get a grip. Knowing that there's nothing you can do is something Pluto considers freeing, and Luna-Terra considers exciting. Feeling doomed is clear, permission to do whatever. As soon as Mare Crisium is through the cloud cover, she fires solid light into the remains of the Special Mechanics lab and chases it through the wound. The lab was recently damaged by the illegal launch of a hijacked ship, but that damage is barely noticeable compared to the massive hole left by a much larger ship crashing through. Luna-Terra acts fast under pressure. If there's no point in hiding, there's no point in stopping. It's true. Luna-Terra is living on a whim of Crew Makala, which can probably do whatever to her at any time. If she can't run away, she wants to make the first move. Macula. Okay. Okay. Crew Macula. It's the sort of thing that makes a lot of sense if you think about it, and no sense at all if you think a little more. But that's Luna-Terra, isn't it? She's betting you'll think too much or not enough. Against Pluto, is that really such a good idea? She's someone who always thinks just enough. Which makes it easy for Luna-Terra to slip through, deep into the lab, until it gets quiet except for the sounds of the moon quaking and trembling. After almost a year, the dread and the thrill is way too much to slow down and start talking. That's what the air of flying into Pluto's gravity well is saying. Who will make the first move? When Luna-Terra punctures the last armor layer and opens up the terminal cavern, light spills out in a screaming sound because the crew macula is peeling the lab and most of their moon inside out with the force of its own tides. It's not something that's impossible or anything, it's just something that's only possible in theory, which is still terrifying, more terrifying. More terrifying than power is Pluto's finesse. More terrifying than the finesse in her gentleness, spooling matter like threads in the tiny galaxy of which she is the sun. Her power is very kind, but it's also a little perverse. What meaning does mercy have from something that can core out a moon? Crew Macula's developers compared it to a black hole. They wanted a machine so powerful and absolute even light couldn't escape it. Luna-Terra understands now that was wrong. She's a star, gushing and twinkling with matter and light. Who wouldn't be swept up in that? The Mare Chrism is so small. Pluto has never seen it from a perspective like Crew Macula's before. She never imagined it would look so fragile from here, like a toy version of the fierce fighter she remembered. Pluto's sense of scale is true. Luna-Terra feels just like a plastic toy, too. Come on, say something. It's making me sad. It really does fit you. So much more than I ever thought. Is it hard to look away? Being able to render you speechless is the power I've always dreamed of. What do you think? I know just a look won't change your mind, but I want you to tell me. Tell you what? That I regret betraying you? I told you then that I always would. No, I won't let you do that, Luna-T. Did you think I'd be mad? I mean, of course I'm mad at you, but not for anything you did to me. I wouldn't ever be mad at you for not having enough faith in me to see through Kratos Grace's dream of a new home for humans in space. I'm just mad at you for not having enough faith in yourself to see it through. And leaving all that work to me. Oops, I guess that is why I'm a little upset with you. Not mad at you, no. Just disappointed. I can't believe I'm still the one scolding you like a kid. I'm trying to be the grown-up, you know. I did the responsible thing. I took the realistic option. I'm here to play the part of the boring adult, the grown-up villain. Oh, that's right. I remembered why I actually am mad at you. You better not go down quietly. You better really believe that you just said, or what you just said. I'll forgive you if you if you left us for something stupid, but I'll never forgive you if you left us for something you don't believe in. And you better not believe in it, because I also won't forgive you for fighting for a future that's cruel. That doesn't leave me a lot of options. I don't think I can fight against that. Don't you dare. I won't forgive that either. Were you hoping maybe that it wouldn't be like this? That I wouldn't have to fight? It'll change you in ways you don't understand. I've seen you fight many times. I saw when you got that scar, and your poor ship got her wound. Has anyone else seen that side of you as much as me? I don't think so. Not even Europa. But it's different when you're on the other side. You think I don't really know you, because I've never stared down the barrel of your rifle or felt that knife nick my ship. It's a different kind of knowing. Teach me, then, or I'll teach you. I want to kind of get the bad parts of this ending for this run out of the way first. So I'm going to try and go with Memorial Foundation type answers to see what kind of an ending that leads to. And then if I do a third playthrough, I'll probably do something, when I'm playing as Pluto, I'll do a specific Kratos Grace's ending, maybe. Because I know there's 3 endings that all reflect on the different factions. Because we got the Celestial Mechanics ending, where we all transcended beyond humans, essentially. Or we became a different kind of human. Kratos Grace's is probably the best ending, where we are humans in space with freedom to do whatever we want. And Luna-Terra's is basically the status quo. Or Memorial Foundations. This is just Armored Core 6, god damn it. Anyways, let's do that first. Moral foundation advances. Never forgotten, never ever every soul. What's it gonna be, Lunacy? Oh, right. You never wanted to make the first move. Then I can go. Pluto sweeps up the swirling, tumbling matter in the hollowed-out moon. Making the second move has always worked for Luna-Terra. She's never been good at setting the pace, only outsmarting it. So it's the only move to make. Even still, maybe there aren't any winning moves. Luna-Terra has to be ready for that possibility. The Kroon Macula is a very impossible sort of machine, almost as impossible as Pluto. Kroon Macula can grind space-time to a crawl with its tidal forces. Kroon Macula can pull ambient matter into a whirl with enough friction for the combustion to give birth to a star. Emotionally, and almost much as physically. A tiny sun is born, but Luna-Terra has just gotten out of the way. Luna-Terra isn't where Pluto is expecting, and then there's suddenly a hail of bullets in her skull. Pluto doesn't mind the onslaught, but it's still shocking, but not in an unpleasant way. It's actually very joyful. Really? You're not just trying to scare me? For real, not a joke? We're finally going to have a fight about it? Is this body so me that you finally aren't going to be weird about fighting it? Luna-Terra thinks Pluto could use a lesson in how terrifying actual combat can be, but is there anyone terrifying enough to teach it to her? Are you trying to hide from me? I've been waiting for a real fight. I'm tired of telling you you think I'm right. Or I'm tired of you telling me you think I'm right. If you really thought that, you'd be here on my side. So prove me wrong already, or admit defeat. Bullets through her arm and chest and pretty much everywhere, but that is not a problem. Tear the bullets, even if they're light, redirect them with gravity, pull them into a cosmic whirl. They will never even reach her. They will be always approaching, never meeting. They will be an infinite whirl. Ooh, that's kind of a cool idea. It would be funnier if you pick the other option, but you won't learn why until next run. Ooh. Yeah, like the whole thing of like, I forgot where we were talking about it. It was like with friends, where I was watching some kind of video. Oh, I was listening to John Michael Goodyear. He's a great YouTuber and has a podcast called Event Horizons. Although he does get a lot into like UAPs and UFOs, and I'm like, okay, man. So he kind of leans into that a little bit. But his other stuff about like space facts are kind of interesting to read, because like he's a good like starting point to go look at articles in like space news. Hello, Roy. Welcome to the stream. I was just going on about black holes and John Michael Goodyear. Anyways, in one of the videos that I was listening to John Michael Goodyear, he was talking with a scientist who was talking about black holes in his podcast. And they were talking about, like, what exactly would you see if you dropped a watch or objects into a black hole? And theoretically, they would just never disappear, because like the way light works out is you drop it in and it just slows down, essentially. So if you dropped a watch into a black hole, you would just see the watch crawl to a standstill and then slowly get redshifted over time until it gets so redshifted that you can't see it anymore because it's in the microwave spectrum or something like that. But theoretically the light stays there forever, so there is a little bit of black hole archaeology you could do. If you had a sense of enough equipment, you could pick out the microwave rays and probably construct an object of sorts, and you could see what fell into a black hole, theoretically speaking. You would just have to have extremely sensitive equipment that we are not capable of building currently in this century. It's really fascinating as well. But anyways, that's kind of reminded me of like how like the light doesn't even reach her, it just slows down so much that it just doesn't hit her. But yeah, anyways. And that whirl will become a star, washing the mere chrism in heat and light and radiation. Ah, that's more like it. Not fast enough, Pluto. And then she runs Pluto through. It's not enough, but it hurts. It's serious. The brittle spear is of a cold and rational metal that propels cosmic concepts. Ah, it's like a null concept. My brother created a TTRPG system that was based off of Gundams and Armored Core called Feedback. And in it, there's a thing called the Sephiroth Continuum, where basically the way the universe works is like a potentiality and then causality. So it's like a chicken egg, chicken egg, chicken egg, and as it goes in an infinite circle, and it's like a river basically. And there's like these people that can influence this basically, and what that means is they can basically force universes to exist in our reality. So like a universe where an object moves a certain direction, they force into this reality so they can move things around with their minds. It's like telekinetics, except it's forcing events that occur in other universes into this one, essentially. Kind of like everything everywhere all at once. But also, there's people who ground or like rocks in the river, basically. They kind of grind or ground everything. They're called nulls, essentially. So if somebody tries to force another reality on this one, they basically say, no, this reality is. What is, essentially. And, I don't know, that's kind of what Luna-Terra is, at least for me, and like the Gundam and like ideas, because Gundam and Mecha and things are all full of like chances and potentials, and that's kind of like what a lot of robots and machines represent. But there's always like that one person in the series that is essentially more or less tied to the world as is. Normal for girls, probably, yeah. Oh my god. Anyways, that's kind of what Luna-Terra and her spear remind me of. It's like cold hard reality, basically. Pell's Cosmic Concepts. Thank God. So we're getting a word you didn't care about anything anymore. So here, the star supernovas. Kroon Macula holds the star, and Kroon Macula is the star. Luna-Terra almost doesn't get out of it. Her engines overheat, the electromagnetic current shorts her sensors, and her chassis is fried. But she can move more than Pluto can, at least for long enough to get away. But I'm still ahead of you. Now I know why everyone hates you so much. You're no fun to fight with at all. Are you kidding? Like you fight fair? Now that I know what you're really like, I'm not going to accept anything less. It's like Luna-Terra's playing Dark Souls. Yep. That's Luna-Terra. Reminds me, I need to get into Dark Souls. I really want to try it sometime. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I don't want to do that again. Well, too bad. Whose fault is that? Yeah, I know. Day 2. She got one good hit and doesn't do it in her face. Play Liza P instead? Okay. I'll try that out. Let me go ahead and save game. There we go. Comms. Excited to be out in the field again, doing important work. We're a long way from anything important out here. I can't help but notice. Let me turn it down. That's really loud. You think Command wants you as far away from them as they can get you. What makes you think that? That you said it. That Command is my ex, and that I did once double-cross Memorial Foundation. In that case, you should be happy you're in the field at all, and not in a brig or in the process of being shipped back to Earth. Well, I am. I'm so thankful I don't need to be lied to about my work being important. Oh, I would never lie about a thing like that. In fact, the most lovely 6th planet of our solar system, Kronos, has become extremely busy in the past 24 hours. A major leak out of Celestial Mechanics has revealed they're finishing a prototype here, and Cradle's Graces knows about it too. Apparently, the Hellion responsible for the leak has stolen it too. You're just the woman for the job. Reining in incorrigible pilots is your specialty. Let's see if that power can be used for good once. Europa, please leave me some of me left to fight the enemy. Don't shoot me down before the mission starts. Was I too mean? I would prefer direct combat any day. Well, let me tell you something nice then. Cradle's Grace's superweapon, your favorite, has been spotted in the system. My favorite? What do you mean? Don't play dumb. You make that same face whenever Kroon Macula is spotted. It's the biggest mystery of their side, and one of the only reasons Cradle Graces hasn't collapsed by now. The Kroon Macula's power is unreal. It's far stronger in reality than anything that could possibly have been projected from its original schematics. Its capabilities seem endless and impossible to predict or counter. And no one knows who the pilot is. The list of people who could pilot something like that is very short, however. Maybe it's someone you know. Worried I might double-cross you again? I'm not with Kratos Graces anymore for a reason. Oh? I just never trust you when girls are involved. Oh my god. If you want to get into... I mean, there's also Bloodborne. Yeah, but, like, you kind of need to break the law to play Bloodborne, and I don't know how to do that, essentially. In Minecraft. I'm going into lurk mode as wave tiredness has hit me. Good luck with the stream spaces. Cheers tomorrow. See you, Roy. It kind of feels like it should have been the first one, but yeah. Yeah, this kind of feels out of order. Like, it should have been before Crew Macula's fight. Or, Macula, yeah. Lesbians detected. Girls. Lesbiabs. Alright. First generation pilot candidate interviewed. Link data packet, space program intake archives. Why do you want to go to space? I want a new start. In what sense? To get rid of this weight. We are required to make it clear that the purpose of this program is not to leave Earth, but to expand it. The weight will follow you. But it will differently. Please explain what you mean about what you said previously. About what? What do you mean when you say you don't want to be me? I don't know how else to say it. Isn't it obvious? Who would want to be this? I don't understand. What do you see that's wrong with me? Or wrong. What do you see that is wrong with you? I do. You are saying that you, as you are the person you are, doesn't want to be you. Yes. Then you aren't that person. But that person weighs on me. So you would like to have the weight of being this other person that you are not. You would like that removed. Yes, please. That may be possible. That is a interesting conversation. Pilot Program Progress. Origin. World Foundation Executive Committee. Annual Report. Author Training Director. Europa. Cold War is looking bleak. The threat from space is more flimsy, translucent, and inscrutable when once it was so strong that all of humanity feared it. Existential threats on Earth are more pernicious than ever, and the scouts are not keeping up. It has become difficult to argue against the possibility that the scouting program has done more harm than good, and that goes just as much, if not more so, for the pilot program. Scouts mentioned. Where are the scouts again? I don't remember what that was from the last run. Historically, death has always invited the enemy here in its greatest strength. Humans can't resist killing each other long enough to protect themselves from the existential threat. It is easy to make this argument, but we have had little success with it. No matter how celebrated the slogan is, and no matter how many governments and leaders profess to live by it, the simple fact remains. The existential threat can never be as powerful as we are. Humans will always pose a greater threat to other humans than the existential threats will. It will always be easier for humanity to eliminate the threat by killing their own than by fighting the threat directly. While we have offered children and the unwanted to fight the existential threat with existential intent, humanity has turned its gaze inward rather than into the heavens. Not even strong enough to pierce the atmosphere without burning, the existential threat can no longer be labeled as such. For these reasons, we accept the decision to decommission the Moral Foundation space program. Fascinating. Let me go ahead and save again. Mission select. Oh, Sailor Scouts. Joyride killed Giant. Weaving it out of the 6 planets ring, Moral Foundation's ace Luna-Terra plays cat and mouse with renegade ship thief Saturn. Let's go fight Saturn. Ah, yeah, this one. Objective in sight. Opening channel to base. Pilot 8. Captain, I'm bored. Captain, this sucks. Well, you heard him, Europa. Tell those idiots to be careful what they wish for, because the mission parameters have changed. As you know, Celestial Mechanics has been operating a clandestine ship self-developed lab within an experimental prototype, in the violation of the terms of the Moral Foundation Space Program Decommission Treaty. We are on a top-secret surprise attack to take out the last operational shipyard and make sure we never have to find out what Celestial Mechanics is planning to do with it. It couldn't be more obvious what happened, but go ahead and brief me anyway. No points for guessing. The prototype already launched, rendering most of the base inoperable. Hey, we lost contact almost instantly. Find it before it leaves Cronus' gravitational field. Oh, great. What a pain. Were you just bored? There's no way to find it. It's as good as gone. There is a chance the ship's shelf is still nearby, so get to work. Yeah, this is... Bravo! Evade now! Huh? Now! I've got nothing. Bubblegum pink electricity sparks off the ice and dust of the inner ring like a lightning bolt, and through his ship shelf, he doesn't get even the slightest chance. Get, mate, take. You know the from Armored Core 6 when like you destroy like another pilot, they get like a little monologue right before they die. It's kind of like what I imagined like in this campaign it would be like. Fight. Yes. Yeah. Luna-Terra. Don't listen and you don't have any right to complain, right, Europa? What a callous attitude you have. Who did you learn that from? The best. Preparing to engage. I wish Europa would stop sending me boys who can't control themselves. Having fun dismantling my escorts. With the string of Pearl's fingers, Saturn carefully peels the mechanical musculature out of the poor ship's arm she's holding, a souvenir of the last of Luna-Terra's escorts that she sent crying too easily back to their base. It's still sparking and oozing, and Saturn wished her ship had a mouth so she could suck out it like crab meat. Good lord. Maybe it doesn't have a mouth. The machine has many mysteries the manual doesn't explain, and Saturn is still learning that. You wanted a call sign of your own? Yeah. She sells ship shells by the shelf store. Saturn's such a freak. She is our favorite freak. Also, yeah, Mara is referencing in Armored Core 6, you basically, there's a student pilot transporting a brand new AC around, and you're supposed to destroy the AC because it's basically, Walter, your operator, wants you, a mercenary, to be, on one of the guys' team. Basically, there's this company shipping this new AC for their new group of AC pilots called the Red Guns, and they're getting a new one. So you kill them. Well, you basically kill the AC with the student pilot inside before it's shipped to them, and basically that's their last monologue. It says they just wanted a call sign of their own. Yeah, test pilot. Oh, sorry, you played Armored Core 6. I'm sorry. Anyways, I need to play it on stream, honestly. Though I suppose Europa's learned her lesson about sending me girls who can't control themselves. Oh, really? Hey, that's really interesting. Mind telling me more? Oh, she's a hacker too? How amusing. There's nothing too interesting on this comms frequency. Aw, you flatter me. But hey, what do you mean exactly? The part about the girls who can't control themselves? I really want to hear more. It means back up the talk first. Or can you land a hint off the comms? Luna-Terra gravitational field focuses to a single point. Luna-Terra isn't budging. She's been through much worse, and she has her ship, followed always by a thin trail from a bleeding wound she never could completely repair. The Mare Chrism is over 2 decades old, but Saturn can't even land a hit. It's regal and stiff, dressed in cold metallics, weathered and refurbished. The archetypal prototype for all other ship shells, still going after all these years. Still fiercely untouchable, the string of pearls hasn't gone down no matter how much she's been rammed with that spear, but she hasn't even nicked Luna-Terra's ship once. Not bad at all for a joyride, but can you get one hit in? Good thing you don't win by looking cool. No mercy for newbies. No. Luna-Terra puts a stake of solid light through the string of pearls' leg, pins it to its own gauze wrapper. It doesn't hurt at all. The ship's metal begins molding and reforming around the wound immediately. A ridiculous, unfair advantage. Saturn has no right to claim, but she still wants to. But she's trying to be cool. Everyone wants to, when in the quiet gleam of that always bleeding ship. That's a pretty amazing ship. Think it will last? Either you're fighting just for fun, because you're that reckless, or you're just caught in your own containment wrapper and can't escape orbit yet. And you beat me for sure if I played around. I'm not done yet. That's not true. It's actually very difficult to move with a solid light bullet in your leg, but she's not going to let that stop her. Local 30-something faces off against local 70-something? Yeah. Saturn is suddenly closer than she logically could be, claws bubbling, but Luna-Terra effortlessly slips away and kicks Saturn's ship directly in the chest. Yeah, you're done. The containment wrapper is still stuck to you, so your movement's off. Doesn't seem to have stopped you that much. Right? It was so rude of them to try to stop me. Seems cruel to take it away when you're having so much fun with it. Same as you, right? Do I know you? Everyone knows Moral Foundation's perfect ace. But do I know you? So I do, don't I? Let me out of this thing and I'll tell you. Why should I? Because you can't help yourself. Besides, don't you want a real fight? Can you promise it'll go different? I can promise it'll be more fun. Or ask me for to total abandon my duty to bring you back in that instead. What, you won't? Legendary pilot who defected from Memorial Foundation, then double-crossed the rebel she abandoned them for can't be opposed to a little fooling around with the enemy. I guess you do know me. Want to trust each other? Or is it more fun if we don't? More fun if they do and Saturn gets embarrassed. I'd do that. How was that? Did it hurt? It's just weird. It's weird that that doesn't hurt. It's easier for Luna-Terra to cut through the malleable flesh of the string of pearls directly than entangle her from the wrapper. The flesh reforms quickly, so she has to work patiently. String of pearls might be impossible to destroy. Oh. There goes my alarm. That was weird. Bear Saturn is cute? Yes. This game is unreasonably flirtatious. And by unreasonably, I mean perfectly reasonable amount. It is... it is a... yeah, anyways. Hi... Luna-Terra is a tall girl, yes. We all stand tall queens in this chat. Anyways, String of Pearls might be impossible to destroy, even if Saturn can't land a hit. Luna-Terra feels like somehow she's the one who got lucky. Fucking Mantis. If just this hurts, you'd never be able to fight. Your brain is giving you more nuanced information. You're very sensitive. Lucky. You'll get used to it. If you're serious about next time, think of yourself as something a little bigger. I like that. Being big. I'm glad I trusted you. Stop shaking then, or ask me to go easier. Just a little easier. Of course. Do you remember me yet? I thought you remember the name of at least some of the girls you made out with in supply closets. It's the face you mentioned Cyber, the deer in headlights. Yeah, Saturn is amazing. Your face! Just kidding, but sorry, it was worth it. You weren't kidding about still being dangerous. Every pilot knows you, by both of your reputations. You're definitely Saturn, because no one hated me much as you. So now I'm curious why you don't anymore. If I tell you, you'll owe me extra. So save it for the next time you catch me. Well, I'll just have to catch you again quick. I'll free. Now get out before someone catches us. God damn it, this fucking game is so fucking horny, I swear to God. Yep, Luna-Terra headlights. I forgot why I love this game. Ever since the day Mars began, Mars has been doomed. Yes, woman. Agreed, Amara. No, there will never be a planet Mars. That's a name reserved for places where human life, gravity, and culture reign. Actually, kind of curious how Luna-Terra got a cool scar when ship sails aren't designed to result in physical injury to pilots. It was probably like, I don't know, I think it's like a combination of like how it's a early model, and B, Luna-Terra doesn't pilot a ship shelf like a ship shelf should be, basically. It's all instinct and gut reaction rather than like nuance and Gundam type skills. It's a lot more of that, so there's a lot more reality checks, basically. Maybe it's because she's so in the moment and is essentially a reality check for all who combat her, that the reality of her own wounds are basically kind of imprinted on the ship shelf. Because it seems like in this universe, the ship shells are basically just reflections of the person inside them, essentially. And so if you basically think too much in the real, you think too much you get hurt, basically. Ever since the initial train. This is just bitter Aries. But like the stringy, inevitable weeds that grow when nothing else does, Cradle's Graces is dug in, and we can't get them out. The colonies are wrecked, the terraforming engines are broken, the gravity furnaces are out of control, there's no resources left on this planet, no strategic value. This planet doesn't even exist, it's an rock. There's no point in fighting, there's no need to fight, ship shells can't keep you alive alone forever, and you thought, yeah, we kind of read this last stream. It's not like we're idiots. We know we're doomed. This planet still doesn't fulfill the requirements for human life, and life is just the start. Anyway, don't you know that gravity is something more important? Don't you see celestial mechanics, right? Matter is made of tiny particles. I'm just gonna skip. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip these. I'm gonna drink some hot cocoa. Receiving report. Alert. Report not accepted. Type 2 errors detected. Error 1, failure to explain why Celestial Mechanics' ship shell string of pearls was not successfully apprehended. Error 2, failure to explain why Cradle's Grace's ship shelf, Kroon Makala, was not successfully incapacitated. Please correct errors before proceeding. Resubmit. Warning, no correction submitted. Force resubmit. Generating new assignments. If you're planning on uploading VODs, I might question skipping those. Watch a particular route? I guess so. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Penalty assignment. Sniper duty. Planet Ares. Currently held by Cradle's Graces. Purpose. Preventing Celestial Mechanics refueling and egress. Penalty assignment. Sniper duty. Cradle's Graces held Planet Ares. Purpose. Top secret. Take out Cradle Grace's prototype Kroon Makala on research assignment in Cradle Grace's territory. Penalty assignments cannot be refused. Indicate you have understood new orders. Yes. Ready for gravitational catapult. Prepare launch for inner solar system. Go ahead and save. Let's go to comms. Enjoying your missions? More thrilling work than fighting the half-hearted troops left on Ares? Much, much more. I forgot what it was like to work this hard. I'm rusty. Are you unhappy with your progress? I don't know. Are you unhappy? I don't know. It's always been very hard to tell with you, though I'm not sure if I can answer that question better than you. I've known you since you were freshly assigned to the first pilot wave. You were so delicate. You've only become more delicate even as you become stronger. I didn't think you described me back then as delicate. I saw it very clearly, though the other executives thought you were a scrappy pain in the butt. You were just scared. There's no point. There's no point in pretending otherwise. You just see through it. Guess I haven't changed as much as I thought. Long ago, I saw a strong and delicate girl. I've worked hard to make you more and more of that, rather than simply cultivating your strengths, understanding your weaknesses as needed to grow. Let me ask you again, and this time, focus. Count backwards from 20. Remember a moment of comfort. I'll wait. Are you happy or unhappy? I don't know. Because I feel like I'm on the cusp of something. It's frightening. Yet it could be something amazing. That's a real feeling. Good girl. Are you blushing? Anyone would. I feel even more embarrassed than I did back then. It's an even better feeling to have. Hold on to that one. Interesting. Might want to up the music volume in game. I don't think I've been hearing it. What are you fighting for, buddy? Oh my god. Yeah. Let me go to the... see if I can hear it on stream real quick. That's weird. I can hear it perfectly fine on my end. Odd. I'll go ahead and probably turn it up, though, a little bit. Alright, mail alerts. go to Halamede 1. Leaked data packet, second generation pilot candidate interviews. Halamede. Why me? Well, because you're special. A special kind of child. All children are special. That's true, they are. I'm not more special than those children. We might think you are. Or we think you might be. Special how? You're the top of your class already at such a young age. We think that you might be able to do things other children can't. My sister is better than me at all those things, and my Aunt Europa when she was my age. We think you might be special in a different sort of way. Can you look at the box in front of you? Okay. Pass your hand over the box. Okay. Nothing happened. You're using an instrument to measure something that is very small, but moving it even so little that you cannot see it would be very important. How do I do that? You think you should not think about it, just do it. I can't. I know you can. I can't. Your aunt and your sister could easily do as much, so you can do as much too. Oh, it moved. Did you get that? Yes, I saw it move. Literally saw it. Contact the director immediately. Oh boy. Halamede inferiority complex. Oi. She can't up until someone says her sister and aunt can do it. Unified culture theory. Pre-installed reference material. Memorial Foundation Introductory Laboratory. This sounds like something my brother would come up with. He comes up with a lot of like theories for his worlds, like in world basically. It's really cool. And then she breaks the scale. Yeah. Memorial Foundation Introductory. Unified culture theory is a brute forcing of defined solutions of the universe through the forcible elimination of all of the possibilities. Theory is attracted to those who desire a beautiful, simple, endlessly complex solution for the universe. In order to develop this theory, there needs to be a solution for the Nix aversion paradox, which demands that anything not human exists in the universe. Wait, okay, so brute forcing of defined solutions for the universe, the forcible limits of all the possibilities. Oh, is it like killing all the essentially existential threats or possible futures, and like for just possibility's sake? Because the Nix aversion paradox is basically so. Anything non-human exists in the averse. Oh, the averse must be the other side that, was it, Neath, fell through. The most compelling current premise for a unified culture theory under contemporary physical models involves a full integration of all available concepts, directed and established in such ways as to maximize benefit for humanity. This theory of everything speaks to the desire to know, understand, and master the universe while also incorporating a premise of universal love. Happiness for everybody, free, and let no one be left behind. Unlike tyrants of old that crushed alternate futures under their heels and only caused the existential enemy to blossom, such a unified theory would welcome and forgive all humanity and direct to benefit all things that are and that might yet be. Interesting. You get more details on this in Pluto's Mail? Okay. Got it. Rift in the Earth. That the remaining bodies, Krail's Graces is testing the finishing touches on the terrifying Kroon Makala prototype. It's a chance for Luna-Terra to defeat their trump card, but will she close the rift between them instead, or only widen it deeper? Where's the alignments? Okay. Let's do Kroon Makala again. And then after I think we complete this mission, we'll take a short break, and I'll see if I can upload my things to my channel. And I was going to mess with something else. I completely forgot. I forgot what else I was going to do. Oh yeah, Automod. I was going to mess with Automod. Luna-Terra, cancel the launch. There are new orders. Really? I thought they were insistent about this mission. It's a good idea, so I thought I'd do it. The new orders are Candle's Graces, or Cradle's. The new orders are Cradle's Graces. A super weapon has contacted the base already. Send anyone except for Luna-Terra there immediately. Ah, I see. Well, prep the Mayor Christen for lunch. Luna-Terra, even I have to say something if you disobey an order right in front of my face. But you don't disagree, or you just stop me instead of saying something. Certain degree of questioning orders from the top is allowed. given who's in charge, obviously. Halamede is just a foolish princess. If Kratos Graces is using that new weapon, that's all the more reason not to send randos who wouldn't stand a chance against it. You fundamentally misunderstand Memorial Foundation, Luna-Terra. Halamede leads the recovery effort because no one else is fit. Only that naive, conceited, foolish girl has the love required to bring humanity back to Earth. Naive, one-sided, and unself-aware love. Nevertheless, that is exactly the love that is required. It's for us to interpret that fundamental impulse in a way that will ensure strategic advantage. So I'll ask you, does love motivate your actions? Or are you just that eager to find someone to shatter you into orbit? Your connection with that pilot, and don't think I don't know about it, or who she is. Which is it, guilt or love? Will you let me go if I say I need to see her to know? I would advise against it. Her love might be stronger than yours. It's possible. All the more reason you shouldn't go near it. Well, let me take that risk. Make up and forget. Fight until we forgive each other. Has really desperately panicking and sending out emergency orders like, do not let Luna-Terra meet up with Pluto! I love Europa for just being like, yeah, my niece is a dimensional mess, but she's our Memorial Foundation's princesses. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna tweak over. Yeah. Alright, since we're going through the Memorial Foundation route, let's do that. It's gonna be sad, isn't it? Oi. The balance shifts because Luna-Terra's didn't hesitate, and neither did Pluto. Fourth planet from the sun, Ares, romantic red planet. It was the first planet that space colonization program wanted to make ours. They wanted it to be so beautiful. Did they get their wish? It was a beautiful dream, but still a dream. By the time Earth had demanded the space program pulled back, they were stuck. Still halfway there after so many years. Yet, getting halfway there got them something beautiful, even if it wasn't enough. Where life grows, and it doesn't grow in most places, it's in a spring yellow-green that never could quite get to summer. Tenacious weeds spread all over the planet that will never be called Mars, and even they can barely breathe. Only stubbornness keeps life on Ares, and they would not even be able to endure if Kratos Graces didn't patiently tend to them. They spew pollen uselessly into the air. Between them and the too thin atmosphere, breathing where it's possible is hard. The fate of the fourth planet from the sun. Even prettier now, and just as useless to humans. Pluto has flown past the canyon she's concealed in 3 times already. It's been a perfect shot. Every time. At noon, even with the sun shining directly on her, the flowers and weeds and their pollen keep her hidden. Luna-Terra should Luna-Terra squeeze the trigger or not? What else is Luna-Terra supposed to do? How can she dare take the shot with Pluto looking so beautiful? How can she not? Why is she trembling like that? Does she know? No, Luna-Terra realizes that she's the one trembling. If you can stop me, I'll believe in you. I'll give up on everything, but I know you trust me too much. Pluto said that. She might even be saying it right now, knowing that Luna-Terra has the perfect shot. If you're not sure if you're right, I'll be the one to test it. I believe we can have a home in space. There's no way to bring that back to Earth. You believe we can bring home to Earth, and there's no way to have it in space. I believe in us. We'll figure it out. Yet, it's impossible for Luna-Terra to look at Pluto and the Kroon Macula, big as a universe, and think it's better for her to not have that. For Luna-Terra to keep thinking, I'm freeing her for something terrible and bringing her home. So Luna-Terra fires. Before she has a chance to decide whether or not to fire, she pulls the trigger. Without considering or having a chance to choose one way or another, her body seizes the opportunity, makes the decision for her. The one they agreed to, without a doubt. Luna-Terra will portray herself every time. Pluto's exposed left tidal reactor shudders and shakes. Oh, I should have seen that coming, shouldn't I? The resulting tidal resonance will be catastrophic unless she shuts both reactors off and reboots instantly. She does, of course, and worries about the ship and the whole world. and Luna T and doesn't hesitate. Even though that's clearly the plan, the minute she'll take rebooting will have her plunging into the ground and maybe too damaged to power back on. And so, Luna-Terra dashes to catch her before that. Again, Luna-Terra is the last to know. She's doing it before she decided if she could do it or not. A coward who cannot commit at heart at least commits to not committing, without thinking about how contradictory and ridiculous it is. Pluto's comms are off so she doesn't have to yell at Luna-Terra about why this is so stupid, or how she needs to grow up or do anything but fall and be secretly happy she's still charmingly stupid. Mara Chrism looks very funny, trying to catch a ship this much bigger than her. Her engines flare, strain, start to break from trying to slow the fall. Her wounds bleeds freely. A tattered, tangled mess falling down. Too hard, crumples in the weeds of Ares, nestles at the canyon bottom. Sorry, I was just reading the chat. Yeah, they're a big fucking mess. I love them. May not be a very livable planet, but it's a soft one. It's hard to breathe for very long, but it feels nice to lie in, ship or body. Sometimes it feels like nothing could be worth giving up a ship. But this isn't so bad. Luna T. Luna T, are you awake? Yeah, everything hurts a lot. I gave you some painkillers. Do you need any more? I can fly on them. You're not gonna fly without them either, Luna T. Your engines are melted. Oh, right. I thought I did something stupid, but I couldn't remember what it was. It was a breathtaking sequence of poor decisions. When I said I wouldn't be satisfied or forgive you until I fought you on Ares, I meant when I kicked your butt. Kicking your own butt doesn't count. As usual, sorry. Do you want me to move? Why? Do you want to get up? Waking up with my head in your lap feels like you're rewarding me for shooting you down. You can be mad if you want. That's one thing, this is another. There's just nothing else to do with you. You did the right thing, or tried to. And then you did the right thing again, or tried to. You wanted to do the best thing for you and me, but you couldn't decide what it was. There's nothing I can say to that, and it's already done. So just lie there already. I might not get another chance, you know. You can hold so much. I mean, every time. You're the size of the universe. You see everything and everyone. You hold all of it. Everything's precious, everything's worthy of you. I'm not, I can't, and I'm small. I'm small and scared. Smaller and more scared than you. Don't say I'm not. Okay. I won't. Never again. I'm sorry. You're small. You're just you, after all. You have to mean it. You're huge to me, okay? That's okay, I should be. I hear everyone and can't ignore it. It feels like I'll die if I do. It hurts too bad. I listen to your voice more than any other. Your heart is more important to me. Isn't that proof I'm selfish to you? But I'm going to fight with everything I have for those voices, even against you. I just know that no matter what, we're not going to get what we want. If I let myself slip, I'll trust in your future instead. I know we can't beat Memorial Foundation, so I can't afford to blame you. I can't do anything if I can't trust you. It's way easier to hate me. It's what normal people do. I love not giving you that satisfaction, Luna T. And you really should give up on me ever being satisfied with happiness just for me. Sure. I know as well as you there's no welcome waiting for us on Earth. I don't know if we will be happy there, but I couldn't live there without. Well, if you get a miracle, I won't fight that either. My heart isn't big, but if you ruin the Memorial Foundation, I'd forgive you. I mean, who wouldn't? I, too, want to be free of Earth. To be free of 9.8 meters per second squared forever. Are you really sure? I think even that victory will be impossible even if we win it. But maybe you actually have more faith in me. I think we might not make a happier world. But you can learn to be happy anywhere, even Earth. You can learn how to be happy anywhere, even Earth. On Earth, we're tied down by the weight of the world. I won't go back to that, even if I go back to Earth. There are two ways to do that. Make a home where we set the rules, or bring a new law of gravity back home. If only all of us were as precious and powerful as a planet. But I can take the shape the world requires of me, if that's all we get. That's not true. For you especially, if it isn't true. Or for you especially, it isn't true. You were the one who didn't let Earth's gravity choose your body. I wouldn't have been able to choose if you hadn't shown me. That's a victory they can't take back from us. Rescue will be here soon. You're almost a real adult, Luna-T. I wish I was close as you. Oh, yeah. Am I fucking turning this into fucking doomed Yuri? I swear to God. Anyways, I am going to take a short break. Let me overwrite this save real quick. Now go ahead and turn off the game capture and game audio for a second and bring back up Spotify. T for T Yuri and that yeah, definitely. This whole thing is just all transcoded. Hmm. Anyways, okay. Let me go ahead and bring up the break thing. There we go. Alright. I will see y'all in about, like, maybe 20 minutes or something like that. I don't know. Sometime until I can figure out how the VODs work and the auto mod works. After that, I'll be back. So, see y'all then. Bye! Hello, I'm back again. Alright, let me grab my PNG tuber. So I messed around with, what do you call it? YouTube. Looks like you can upload videos under 15 minutes, which is good. But I need to doing the verify. I need to go do the verify thing. That'll take some time. In other news, I messed with AutoMod as well. What do you call it? Oh god, we got 8 people in here tonight. Good Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay. I was gonna say something I completely forgot. But yeah, no. I'll have to work more on uploading VODs because I'll have to go do the verify thing, which is gonna take some time. But in the meanwhile, I want to get back to playing the game. So let me shrink my PNG tuber. And let's get started. Or get back to the game. Alright, game capture. Wrong button. There we go. Alright. See if that worked. There we go. Let's go ahead and save. There we go. Wow, that's loud. Turn that down. Alright. So I have to ask, how do you really feel about me coming back to Memorial Foundation? You were a loyal and efficient ace pilot for Memorial Foundation for the entire Cold War against our alien to meet irrelevant exilers from beyond the system. Then you were perfectly loyal to the pilots left adrift by the decommissioning of the pilot program and colonizational project. But you were loyal and efficient ace pilot for Memorial Foundation for the entire Cold War against our alien to meet irrelevant exilers from beyond the system. Now you're perfectly loyal to Memorial Foundation again. You haven't betrayed our side at all. That's a generous reading. You betrayed plenty of love-struck pilots, but your political loyalty is impeccable. So even if Halamede doesn't trust or forgive you, I welcome your return. That's not going to be a problem. That she doesn't. Oh, she welcomes your return the most, but keep on your toes. That one I don't have any questions about. Keep your friends close and your exes closer. Except if you're not still suspicious of me for betraying Memorial Foundation, how about her? Oh, that I'll be mad at both of you about for a very long time. Please don't worry about it, however, as you've both made each other suffer more than enough to make up for your youthful indiscretions. Honestly, the two of you hooking up somehow get... What? I really need to compare different faction UIs to one another. I've noted the Celestial Mechanics has a very glitched UI, although that's more likely due to Saturn's modding her OS. Yeah. Also, welcome to the stream. I don't know if I've seen you here before. I apologize for the sudden return. I took a little bit longer break than I meant to. It's less faction UI and more ship self-specific. Yeah. Like the interiors of their spaceships as well look very different. Like, I think Pluto has, like, even potted plants behind them. Luna-Terra has, like, in Saturn, both have, like, screens and stuff. Yeah. Please don't worry about it, however, as you both made it to the table. Honestly, the two of you hooking up to somehow get at me was the most hilarious part, as you ended up punishing each other more than I ever could have. Can we talk politics again? I think I get the picture, Arting. That's not to say that the two of you don't still have a lot of lessons left to learn from the experience. Once I'm sure you've learned them, your punishment will be over. I'm suddenly very interested in hearing about factions again. Oh, on that note, I'm not as worried. Just remain true to what you really believe in, Luna-Terra. Ay ay ay. Issues. Alright. RE, Declassified Records Leak, Operation Commander Europa. My kids are idiots. And also they're not my kids, and also they're not kids anymore. Please stop calling them your kids when they are my students. They're not my children. I'm not being pedantic. I'm not doing it to avoid being attached. I'm already more attached than is best. Don't encourage it. They're grown-ups, and also fools. Okay, never mind. Please stop. I would prefer politics in my disaster relationship with your niece. Yeah. Mars is the most genius pilot, but she's just as much a fool as anyone else. She does nothing but cry and complain and win effortlessly like a real hero. If she was a boy, they would call her that, and you wouldn't be asking me who the best pilot is. You'd just know. Only in space would that girl be allowed to be a hero. She'd deserve her moment in the sun. She might win the war for us single-handedly. Anything else that isn't her story will just be a blip of fate off in the sky. Rest easy, she's going to win the day. When the others interfere, they're not going to steer the course of the future any more than a little bit to the left or right of the course that Mars is sailing. I am not going to interfere. Valuing their independence is important. They'll be adults soon, and then they won't be anyone's kid. Insist on the comparison, and it will become clear how far we are from fulfilling that role for them. For my part, I don't wish to forget that there are limits to what we can do, and who we can be. Though yes, as a matter of fact, I am tired of them calling me Dad. Who is this? Good night, Amara. Have a good sleep. Oh, wait, why do they call you Europa Dad? Wait. Oh. I see. Anyways, secular astrology explained part 1. Oh, this is because Nyx was mom. Oh my god. I get it now. Pilot Mars. I don't know why you suddenly asked about this, and I'm not the person who knows anything about it, but sure, I guess. I learned all of this from Pluto, so you could have just asked her? Too nervous, huh? I see right through you. Well, because I feel sorry for you, I'll tell you all about it. Venus, Luna-Terra, and Mars are the interpersonal distances. If Venus is the breath of the body and Mars is the blood, Luna-Terra is the flesh, and represents skin-to-skin distance. That's why it represents family. The Earth and the Moon are different, but they're parts of the same thing. A two-in-one. Certainly, the Moon also represents something different, but it's also part of us. When you think of it as the dark side, you forget that it's composed of your own same flesh. It's not your mirror, it's your back. Mars is the beneath the skin distance, and that's blood, but it's also, well, the ways that humans communicate, not skin to skin, but beneath skin to beneath skin. Get it? Don't make me spell it out. That's the reason for fucking and fighting to feel really similar sometimes. Oh, I get it. Pluto said the other day, it's like you to only know that one language, and that's the only talking you ever do it in. The solar system maps out a human body, and by colonizing the planets, a greater human body will exist, with the sun as the inseparable totality of it all. That's the philosophical justification, but it's kind of romantic, right? Maybe it's kind of fake, though. Interesting. Yeah, I'm no stranger that this game, all the fighting is just metaphors for doing it. Wait, the Nix's mom. Clocky middle-aged woman save me. Oh my god. Europa Nix Butch for Femme. Mars' eagerness to be all smug and show off how she's such a good little stand for everything Pluto taught her. Separate, how do you imagine Nyx? For me, I always imagine her as a scrawny professor type with big glasses and a big hook nose, messy long hair. Also, doing it as a metaphor for fighting. It's interchangeable. Huh. I need to like study these characters more because I feel like I got barely anything from like Nyx and Saturn's route. I just need to play this game like constantly. Anyways, let's fight Saturn. There we go. Guard duty in Olympus City. Command is worried the Celestial Mechanics unit might try to escape while the fleet is launching, using a City escape as cover. Then they've given up on catching them on Ares, if their only hope is to being that stupid. It's a ruined husk, and even Kratos' graces isn't clinging to it, like they cling to even the faintest sign of life on Mars. Excuse me, Ares. Well, it's boring, pointless work that no one wants to do, and it's got to make me wonder if someone's actually mad at me. You let the prototype escape, Luna-Terra. The most generous assumption is incompetence, which from you they have a hard time buying. That's not fair. I'm plenty incompetent. They should know that by now. We're only incompetent in the ways you wish to be. That's an awfully profound way to call me lazy. If you were simply lazy, you wouldn't go out of your way to find so much trouble to get in. You build a larger character profile as you go along to see other routes. Like to me, Nix is a woman who has both gentle kind of so teacher vibes and academic who has such a fire in her that her going off on someone will make people twice her size unless they have authority over. So, yeah. That's the reason why this assignment is so disastrous as a punishment. Boring you is dangerous. I learned that very early on in your career. Hold on, I need to wipe my glasses. They got dust all over them. Ugh. There's no way to make you sit still. Oh, maybe I'll try it this time. There's this good sniper spot with a view of the whole city. I won't move from there. Why does it sound less like you are promising to behave and more like you're going to brag about how much trouble you can get in without even moving? Either way, they're sure to put me back on the front, right? Saturn gets no-scoped by Luna-Terra. Yeah, I want to play that one. The balance shifts because Luna-Terra could hold still and Saturn couldn't. Correct for gravity, it's a sailing weight. Correct for the cold, blue, starry daylight for the fragile Aries atmosphere. Sniping from the remains of the capital spider is like being just an eye and trigger finger, a thrilling place for Luna-Terra to fight. Correct for wind, it's skittish and powerless. Correct for gravity, there's still too much of it. Correct for the nuisances of this infant planet that never will be. Skirting around the abandoned roads of the city that never was is like being an exposed nerve, a thrilling place for Saturn to fight. See you. Luna-Terra squeezes the trigger for the 17th time. The cover couldn't protect Stringer Pearls from Luna-Terra's eyes, and it sure can't protect her from her trigger finger. Engage, reactor, initiate inertial control. Slug whips right by Saturn, and that's 7 times dodged. The 4 shrinking holes in her chassis, marching closer to the Stringer Pearls' heart, mark what happens when she doesn't. Getting shot still sucks. Saturn isn't used to it. I'm trying to get the Memorial Foundation ending, so I chose the one in link with that. Yeah, I already did this one, I just realized. Maybe I should go back a save and do it differently. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Skip this. I can get the motherfucking ending. Oh, is this the one from with the art from the Steam page where one of them drags the other out of the cockpit and it's like extremely hot? Or is that something completely different? Okay, yeah, we're doing the next. Okay, yeah, we're doing that option. Let's slow high hoo ha. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna save right here. Yeah. Maybe not. Oh. The balance shifts because Saturn moved and Luna-Terra couldn't. Got you. She does. Saturn is as good as Artie's down, but so is Luna-Terra. Got you too. Pure spite got Saturn this far, and it will get her even farther. She takes aim and fires. Luna-Terra, perfectly still for the perfect shot, is perfectly unable to get out of the way in time. Saturn's string of pearls is laid out flat on her back, creaking and twitching, and Luna-Terra's Merry Christmas falls from her sniper spot like a burning star. Luna-Terra wakes up first, but her flight unit is shot. It's hard to hide a ship that can't fly in a city, but the Merry Christmas is full of unfair tricks. Shooting her down is just the beginning. You have to catch her next. That's alright with Saturn. She's at her best when everyone is in the dirt. When she wakes up, she's ready. She might be in worse shape than Luna-Terra, but worse shape is her best. String of Pearls skirts along the half-constructed city with the shape of ruins and the pristine finish of plastic toys still in their boxes. Looking for the hole Luna-Terra nestled in, is dodging her shots of protest. Repoke took longer than I thought, but ready or not, here I come. Hey, hey, come out, come out, come out. You almost got me the last time you poked your head out the chute. Try again. Aw, come on, I'm not babbling to trick you or anything. I'm just having a great time here. I love you to stop making me feel like I'm just talking to myself. I can hear you just fine, Saturn. What? This isn't exciting enough. I guess that's why you're the ace pilot, Luna-Terra. I need to have you on the ropes to taunt you and dodge at the same time. An ear-splitting crash. Impossible to tell which direction the shot came from. The cover around Saturn explodes. I'm an ace because I keep my priorities straight. That's not what I've heard. What have you heard? That keeping your priorities straight is the thing that you're the worst at. It is pretty much you're the most obviously weak point. Maybe they don't know what my priorities are. What is it? See, this is why I said it was tragic. You didn't pick this on Saturn's route. I love that the opening and the equivalent of mutually overloading each other's ACs. How the opening is the equivalent of mutually overloading each other. Oh god. You straight lol Saturn. Yeah. Oh yeah, like when you double stagger each other, there's just a solid like 2 seconds where you're just like, hi, how are you? You're just staring at each other, and you can just like imagine like the pilots just flipping each other off is like the best thing they can do in the moment. God, I've double staggered so many times because I'm a double melee fighter in AC6. It just basically like the way Saturn fights. It's kind of funny. And it fucking sucks because it's a brutal way to fight and you lose a lot, but it's fun because you feel like an anime fighter, and there's just so many different ways you can do it in AC6. I really need to just stream AC6 on stream. Anyways, is getting shot down by an idiot with no combat experience high on your priority list? Building next to Saturn explodes. Is missing all the time high on your priority list? You really are a brat. Is getting harassed constantly by flirtatious brats high on your priority list? You really are on your tires today. I can't hit you with anything. Yeah, I'm having fun too. What a mess. I don't know why I'm laughing about it, or having so much fun. I'm glad you think so. It's a funny kind of date, if you put it that way. Is this fighting is just play fighting? Then keep playing with me. You should be careful though. You never know what I might try next. I've got so many plans for dragging you out in the sun. Like what? Are they working on me? Of course, stop underestimating me. I'm executing several plans as we speak. You're not at all ready, Luna-Terra. I'm not giving you any way out. You're not going to at least give me a hint. I'm at a disadvantage here. You can't trick me into giving it all away. But maybe you're right. Maybe I should be generous and let you know just a hint about one plan. You're generous. You should know this, but winning isn't my highest priority. I won't mean that I'm easy, though. Hey, we do think alike, at least on the first half of that. If you love winning, the stalemate of this whole conflict should bore you to tears. All that's left in space are second-choice pilots, who suck at things like winning, no matter how good they are. I'm the second choice, but I'm the pilot that's here right now, and no one else would have thought of that plan I did. Oh, I'm a second choice too, or I wouldn't be here. Is that great a plan? Really? You? Oh, it's not a good plan. It's just that no one else would do it, because I've had to be a freak to try to catch you on foot. A first choice would never be sent to space in the first place. That does sound like a crazy plan to me. I need to readjust. Ow. Love Saturn declaring that she is in fact easy. What would you even do if you found me, assuming I'm standing still? I know it sounds like I'm showing off, but I couldn't beat you in a fair fight, so anything else is in my favor, right? Maybe it's the only way around that ghost ship of yours and how much of a genius you are. I could track any ship that I've hit once. I've also had ways of being so hidden you can never find me. You're right, but you haven't used them. Maybe not. Also, did you know that your Mare Chrism has a manual... Mare Chrism has a manual bypass for opening the cockpit? Yes. Oh, good! But I'll knock anyway. The gentle hiss of pressure in the cockpit opens. Hi. You look a little different, but not nearly so smug. You look a lot different. I remember you now. You were such a good girl. I never would have thought that was you. You're smiling, Luna-Terra. Did something good just happen? You must really trust me to become unarmed. Why would I need to be? I win. I'd say I'm pretty dangerous just like this. You think of everything. Never mind. You do look infuriatingly smug for someone I just beat. Step away from the controls. Sure, sure. I'm not laughing at you. I'm impressed. You know, even still, even if in a fake fight you have no respect for, no one takes me this seriously. I'm the Memorial Foundation ace, but just by default, after the good ones left. Short on talk cabinet sofa. Yes, that is true. Good lord. It's even worse because I'm tall and Luna-Terra is tall and my girlfriend is shorter than me. Fuck me. So I don't mind losing to you, since you think I'm so cool. Luna-Terra kneels by the controls, hands up. They're still in reach. Saturn climbs the open hatch. No sudden movements, and I don't think you're cool. What do you want now? My ship? Me? They're both useless. I'll decide that. I don't need your ship out of commission. I'm going to be much cooler than you very soon, and then I'll beat you short, fair, and square. But maybe I should reprogram the ship to be absolutely sure. Luna-Terra whips her around so fast Saturn's pinned down in the cockpit seat before she can tell how it happened. Yep, this is the scene from the fucking Steam store. Oh god. Yeah. Sorry, but touching there isn't allowed. So, Marius touching... Fuck me. You are absolutely much more dangerous without a gun. Is this stream safe? Okay. Okay. It's just... This game makes me so worried in some situations. Like, oh god, okay. Like, especially some of the scenes between Saturn and Pluto and the space station. Or no, it's on the moon. But it may not be safe for you. Many people have been reading these lines and flustering themselves. I fucking do that myself reading these, and I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to read this thing in front of an audience? A goddamn useless lesbian. Anyways, god damn it. Lieutenant's hand is on Saturn, and her other hand is on Saturn's wrist. Saturn slips her free hand down Lieutenant's arm. So how about here? That's fine. What about here? I won't stop you. Yeah. Although, like, with Neptune and, like, yeah. Neptune, Jupiter. Yeah, that was hoo-ha, hoo-hee-ha, hoo-ha, hoo-ha. Anyways, don't let me touch your ship. Some places on the ship are fine. Some places on me are fine. Which do you want to know right now? Oh, I never streamed We Know the Devil. I played it personally with my girlfriend. Yeah. I should probably, like, just do a run through it. Just a stream or recording and just put it to YouTube, maybe. But yeah, no, I didn't play it. It's like, oh god, that game was so fucking good. Like, I want to be Venus now. I too also want to be a beautiful and terrible, all-seeing, omnipresent angel, and like have eyes and wings for everywhere, and be terrible and crazy and awesome. Sorry, like I want to, like, I'm in grad school right now, so like I've been burnt out for doing any sort of art. But like if I wasn't, I would be drawing so much like Venus art right now, or just like several angel characters. You've declared 2025 to the year of the angel god. Let's do this. Yes, I've honestly like I go by Space Cowgirl on like as just kind of like my Discord and streamer tag. I've lately been experimenting with the name Echo, but like fucking honestly, after that game, I wanted to do like embrace the stereotype and go like with Sarah for like Seraphim because like, yeah, I'm already Neptune, right and correct and a bit snarky about it. Yeah, you also doodle Venus a lot. Yeah, I need to like like show off some of my sketches I did like a because like my Sona is kind of the character you see on screen. The name was Cooper, but that was they were created like I had the privilege of creating a bisexual character when I still thought I was a guy, um, and having going through the transition of like, oh, I'm a girl now, and having my Sona, so I have to trans my Sona now. So like, that's kind of the character you're seeing. They were drawn like androgynously enough when I was still going through my gender fluid phase that like they still can come off as feminine, but yeah. There's lots of ways to play it. Yeah. Oh, I see it now. Nice. I see that's the issue is like I was experimenting with Echo and I was like I really like this name because it represents my love of physics. I love waves. Life is like a wave. There's so many like metaphors in it, and then I go on like trans subreddits and other places and it's like, oh god, everyone else is named Echo. It's a stereotype. And then like now I wanted to try Seraphim or Sarah and I realized that's also probably also taken by everyone. Oh my god. Echo the Nymph. Um you haven't met any other Echoes? I've like seen so many Echoes in like Discord servers all over the place. Um it was originally kind of Narcissus and Echo. I originally like thought it what like no the like the original name for Echo is like I thought it was a really cool name. Also, I watched a playthrough of one of the endings of A Town Called Echo because I wanted to see what the precursor to Ad Astra was, and because I watched through Ad Astra and bawled my fucking eyes out. Because you should watch a playthrough or play through the visual novel of Ad Astra, but be warned, there is furry porn in it, so be very warned. Um, Krazi, relatably, there are remasters of the Echo the Dolphin games and the brand new Echo games. Yeah, I actually have never played an Echo the Dolphin game. Anyways, I should probably continue this. This is... Damn it. So how's unbuttoning my shirt going? It's harder than it looks at that angle with just one hand, huh? Just make out with me, you hate bitch. Luna-Terra had this idea, but instead she forgets it. She finds she let her grip go slack, and Saturn nearly leapt out of the chair to kiss her. That thought is a little surprising, but her body made the right call, and the moments in between when she was too busy overthinking it. Saturn seems a little mad about that smug face Luna-Terra is making, and by... Okay. Person just stop... Oh, it's an episode of Aphrodite. Oh, I just bring you. I get too flustered. Anyways, Lieutenant, this is absolutely insane. Are you kidding? What could possibly be a better use of your time? Don't tell me duty is why you're fighting out here, or you would have stopped me before I opened the hatch. You're not just here for fun. You're not doing this just because there's no point and you're killing time before the war collapses one way or another. Obviously, I can be sure and still make out with you. Would it disappoint you if I wasn't? Oh, don't make that face. I can tell it would. That's good, though. I feel the same way. I wouldn't have let you flirt if that's just all you were. How can you be so sure? Looks like I know something you don't. Even if it's just one thing. I'm always the last to know. You always make it seem like you know what you're doing. I'm just acting on instinct. My body knows what to do. Then you should be asking her. She'll know just what to do. And then they fricked. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. That's when the first and last artifact on the Luna-Terra was completed, in a tranquil bowl of stable gravity at Lagrange point 5. Its front lines against extraterrestrial threats, a training facility for a generation of humans adapted to fight in space, as a colony environment with the life, gravity, and culture necessary for human beings to live, thrive, die, and be born, with the hope that peace on Earth would reign if we won this war in heaven. Without pressure, water boils off our tongues, and we dissolve into component parts. Without culture, we forget the shapes we're supposed to have and turn inside out into something else. Out of necessity, we created a pressurized environment, exerting enough gravitational pressure to maintain cohesion, all senses, and space. A ship's shelf to ferry us through the world. They function only in places where the gravity of humans is too light to sustain existence. It was doomed from the start. Of course they were jealous. Of the humans the Earth no longer wanted, flying on zero-G wings. Dr. Nick's Executive Director, Memorial Foundation Existential Expansion. That's when the Memorial Foundation International Executive Committee was granted international authority in the part of unified human peace and the very present on external threats outside the solar system to establish a cultural, military, and scientific response to existential threats. Without culture, we forget the shapes we're supposed to have is so succinctly evocative, yeah. No longer confined to Earth, a growing native sphere, where our gravity reigns forever, safety, research, and expansion. The three pillars of Memorial Foundation space arrangement pick Earth from within. Free from the old world's gravity, it would be possible to advance science, art, and culture without constraint and join hands. All of Earth finally unified. Drink some water. Ugh, I have a headache. I might need to, stop, after these next rounds of text, because I'm starting to get kind of tired. It's like 1:40 already. Skipping on the maintenance, yeah. Yeah. I do like extending my streams to several hours, but sometimes I just I need to go take a shower, I need to do things, probably drink water and eat a snack. Yeah. Anyways, no longer found to Earth. Yeah, I need to go soon. It'd be a good timing. You have to take my prog though? I'm very jealous. I need to fucking start HRT. I have literally no time because of fucking grad school, which is why I'm dropping out of grad school so I can actually have time for myself, but yeah. Anyways, that's a long story. I've already gone on rants about grad school on stream, I think. Anyways, no longer confined to Earth and growing native sphere, their gravity reigns forever, safety, research, and expansion. Three pillars of foundation. Free from the old world's gravity, it would be possible to advance science, art, and culture without constraint, and join hands. All of Earth finally unified, from Memorial Foundation, protecting humans from other humans through peace on Earth, and protecting humans from everything else through war in heaven, would fulfill both of our agendas simultaneously. We really foolishly decided we could do better. There are two errors to this approach. The first is that to do better in heaven is meaningless if it cannot be exported to Earth. The space program was never rejected by the surface, it simply did not have enough relevance to sustain interest. The second error is the intrinsic error of Memorial Foundation. The existential threat is intrinsic to humanity. You can fight it, but you cannot cut it out. The designation of alien is required by humans. We cannot trick an existential threat into covenant manifestation, as it always been. Only humans can fill the criteria to be alien. In my first playthrough, I was already suspecting that the existential threat is just other humans, and then they really fucking pulled out humans have to basically turn other humans into aliens to fight wars and do all this shit, basically. I was like, oh, I see it now. And then the whole because I got the celestial mechanics ending, the whole idea of not wanting to be that kind of human. Escape guilt proposal, yeah. I fucking bawled because I fucking love me being autistic and loving monsters and dragons and all this shit, and it's yeah, the whole idea of being human. Patricia Taxon, who's a great video essayist, she made her magnum opus art got furries, basically. Highly recommend watching it on YouTube. She made a subsequent video on that, basically, about what is a furry from her perspective, and a lot of it revolves around the idea of being autistic and being othered, basically. And so you find solace in something that is not quite human but still a person. My brother loves writing characters and creatures and people that are not human but still people. I love my brother's outlook on life is essentially, he says that he doesn't feel like he is qualified to define what a person is, so he is going to err on the side of like caution and say that if it can argue with me, it's a person, or something along those lines. Basically, he gave the example as like if the toaster, or it's just like when it comes to AI, he basically said, if the thing basically starts arguing for its own existence, then I'm not going to. He doesn't want to say, he doesn't want to be the one who draws the line at what a person is, basically. And I anyway, we disagree on a lot of different things, but like it kind of aligns with like how I think of like about being a person, because like people are so different that we can basically be aliens to each other. And like the game hit that nail on the head, and it's like I really vibe with that, especially being like furry and like all this other shit, because it's like the range of human is so different from all of this, because we're all people, but what is human is so controlled sometimes that you are not a human sometimes, and I love playing with that idea, kind of. You start out to throw all the region, or to fight each other, the white void of fascism. Yeah. What have you said? Yep, exactly. No, there's a great video that Curious Archive made recently that made me cry, because like it touches on that specifically, because he talks about in his videos, like, are all the animals we consider intelligent only intelligent because they are just the easiest ones that are able to communicate with us? What deserves personhood when it can't talk, basically? Because so much of like this idea that we say like, oh, this animal is more intelligent, this animal is, because it just communicates with us better. Case in point, dogs and chimps, because they specifically like learn stuff and try to game the system with us. He talked about like there was this horse that basically just they thought it could do math at first, but it wasn't doing math, it was just reading expressions on humans. And there's so much of things we try to apply to animals because we see it as being more human, and so we say that deserves to be a person, when in fact, what are we just applying? Is it just anthropocentrism, basically? Yeah, ugly animal gets less protection, which is fucked. It says a lot about how most humans. Yep, exactly. Because there's also a lot of like, oh, this person or thing is deserving of personhood because it looks like a human, so it looks cuter, things like that. Yep, they respond to healing requests more than anything else. Yeah, I highly recommend watching Curious Archive's video on his latest video on that as well. It's really good. Anyways, I'm gonna continue on with this and stream for tonight. So, there's me was granted international authority for the human place, free from the old world's gravity, possible advanced science, art, culture, foundation, producing humans, unit. Criteria be alien. Yeah. Europa Chief Officer, more Foundation, essential safety. And here's Iapetus. Fuck him. Anyways, that's when they blew up the Grange colony. It was a real shame. It was green, wet, and a very peaceful place. Yep, that as well. Yep, this guy. Speaking of people who just only see things as tools and considers them to be person, well, I don't think he even considers his own tools to be persons, so, I like how they just blur out his face. Like, he doesn't even deserve to have his own face in the game. He does. And, oh god, yeah, I immediately thought of him as the god voice in We Know the Devil. Because, oh god, sorry. Like, the way they described the voice of God in We Know the Devil was so fucking terrifying, especially as someone who, like, grew up in a super religious, like, upbringing. Like, oh god. Ugh. I don't like it. Yeah, and he gives off more, actually, yeah, he doesn't have the gravitas of it. Like, he doesn't have the presence. He has more of a tech bro vibe, which is funny because I immediately compared him, like, especially the end, as to Snail from Armored Core 6. So I started reading his lines like I would like Snails from Armored Core 6. I'll probably just read that in this voice. So that's when they blew up the Lagrange colony. It was a real shame. It was green, wet, and a very peaceful place. And now it's a very cold, wet, green, wet, and very unsettling place. Yeah, basically Snail. Yeah, he's just Snail. Good self-righteous southern preacher. I wouldn't say southern, like... No, that's more, like, conniving. Like, he sounds more... Iapetus sounds more stuck up like Snail, honestly, to me, in my head, at least. But yeah, that could also describe him. Anyways. Like, create sustainable tidal reactors. Oh, yeah, no, fucking definitely. Delays and such, yeah. Create sustainable ton of new culture, experiment with human bodies and human development, manufacture self-sufficient alter egos for space exploration, and did everything other than successfully combat the unknowable existential threat. Earth and the Memorial Foundation's surface considers that a failure, but in truth, they're just not trying hard enough. Through gravity, humans decide what is real and what is not. Humans cannot make whatever they imagine come true. Through imagining, humans chart out what is true. They invent, with human effort, what exists. If an existential threat doesn't exist, we just have to make one. But of course it doesn't work like that. Nothing could be more difficult than creating something alien. Our only reference points are humans, so the idea of something alien is unimaginable, because we cannot imagine outside of those terms. There's a certain degree of misunderstanding needed for humans to successfully classify something as alien. But before they blew it up, we got very close. Iapetus, Executive Director, Memorial Foundation Existential Research. Day 5. Receiving report. Provisional acceptance of pilot mission completion. Incoming alert all Memorial Foundation troops. Abandoned Ares frontline, all units immediately rendezvous with main fleet at the Pilot Academy Lagrange Colony on the way to Celestial Mechanics Moon Base. Generating new assignments. Provisional assignment, Special Operations Mission, secure Lagrange Colony as possible launch point for Celestial Mechanics hit and run tactics. Provisional assignment, Special Operations Mission, destruction of obsolete Academy research technology before it falls into the hands of Kratos Graces. Provisional assignment will reduce your penalty status. Indicate you have understood new orders. Yes. Ready for gravitational catapult. Prepare launch to Lagrange Point 5. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save. Let's save on this one right here. And we're gonna call it a day. System. Back to main menu. Turn up the volume on it. I love the menu theme. It's really good, but I'm going to kind of quit. And all right. Yep. Ready, good night. Hopefully I catch you next time. Oh, thank you for the follow, Acer. How do you pronounce your name? Acer... soundtracks are amazing? Yeah. Acerafree? Acerafree? Is that how you pronounce it, or Acerafree? Acera the Free. Acera the Free. Okay, Acera the Free. Got it. I'll just say Acera for short. Is that okay? I need to stretch real quick. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play out. First, I'm going to turn off game capture and that thing right there. And I'll play out with some music and figure out who to raid tonight. Alright. Go ahead and expand my PNG tuber. Make it look like I'm actually looking at y'all. There we go. Alright, let's go see who we can raid tonight. Go check to see who's streaming right now, actually, that I know. Oh, Bones is streaming! How long has Bones been streaming? 4 hours? Okay. Looks like they're doing Tarkov right now. Yeah. Bones is really cool. I think they're like one of the best melee players right now, or they're in the top ranking of melee players in Armored Core 6 at the moment. And I play a fuck ton of Armored Core 6, and I watch a lot of the streams. I try to get on their fight clubs whenever I can as well, because they stream that a lot. But we'll go ahead and figure out how to raid them real quick. I think it's like /raid or something like that. Raid and loyal. I'm just gonna go to the website and do it real quick. That's probably easier. Or stream manager on phone. Yeah, I can do it from my phone actually. Hold on. Yep, we'll raid Loyal Bones. There we go. Alright. Alright, 4 viewers are ready to raid Loyal Bones. Alright, let's start this raid. I will see y'all there. Everyone have a good one. Bye-bye. See you there. Bye. Have a good night. And for those watching the recording, also have a good night. Bye.